the video one. I don't know, I'm not sure why. I have no real reason.
I'm
sorry, the video one.
Why don't I give you something to do?
Now I feel bad because I have a drink and you don't.
Oh, that's okay. I had like an entire teapot of tea before you came here, so I'm gonna be okay.
Hello, Epic Hero. Today I am here with
Christy.
Christy is a YouTuber. If that's, how else would you describe yourself?
I also work in like marketing and content creation, creative type of stuff. I dabble in many creative things, but I would say the primary stuff I do is all video related.
Right. So like Christy has done content creation for her own like media pursuits, but also professionally, right?
Right, correct.
Like for what do you call that?
A company?
Yeah, I guess so. I was thinking like, oh, what do you call that? I don't know.
Corporate?
Yeah, basically the same thing.
I think it has kind of evolved to a certain extent. For a while it was like just video, and if I wrote anything it was a script for a video.
Oh, right.
But then now, just because of the nature of the jobs that I've had, like I've had to evolve, and I do a lot more writing now than I used to.
Right, I forgot you did some filmmaking.
Yeah, I've done some filmmaking too, and then I've done just like writing corporate scripts and stuff.
I've only done a little bit of filmmaking, and anytime I did, I would try to get somebody else to do the videography because it wasn't as much my strong suit as the writing. And at one point I actually like really wanted to go into just screenwriting before I started needing to pay bills and that stuff started. Because before, when I was like in my more Christian community and I was kind of just thinking of being a wife and mom, I was kind of like, well, I could just do writing on the side. So it's kind of only recently that I like switched my gears to be like, well, if I actually want to have like a career, how would that look? I did some just like blog writing, comic writing for other filmmakers. When I was done writing for everybody else, I didn't end up wanting to write for myself.
Yes.
Or sitting in front of a computer
for
anymore.
Sure.
What was your journey like with video making, like as a day job versus as your pursuit or your passion?
So I did a whole lot of video stuff kind of before I started it as my career. Like I was just constantly making YouTube videos, and like I always had some kind of film or web series project. And then once I got like my first like career job in film, all of that kind of stopped. For a while, like that was cool, and it was not that I didn't want to work on my own stuff, it was just that like I felt creatively fulfilled doing what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Which was really cool. That has kind of evolved and changed. There's some times when I'm doing career stuff when I just like do feel drained from it and don't want to work on my own stuff. Oh my goodness, honey. This is my dog. Hi.
When you, I guess, like left college, did you want to go into something to do with your artistic passion? Like, did you want to go into a career to do with that?
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. I studied like electronic media and had a film minor.
When you were picking that major, did you like worry if it was like too risky or whatever?
I don't know if that was ever something I super worried about. The electronic media major was like under the mass communication umbrella, which is like something that you can do a lot of different things with.
Yeah.
It took me a year out of college to get my first job, so it wasn't necessarily a shoe-in, but
yeah. I don't know that I wouldn't be too scared to like get film major or something. But I also just think it's really cool that you were able to like actually go for what you like wanted and then kind of start going into that, even though you said it did take a while.
Yeah, and I totally understand like wanting to pick a safer major because college is really expensive and a big commitment,
right.
And so I don't think I would have ever gone just film
right.
as a route.
It's always so weird because I remember I heard about this guy who was doing some workshops on comic book production. Like he made his living off of webcomics, and he said something that still kind of confuses me because he was just like, this is the way that you do this, that you do like full-time webcomics, and it's just like, do not give yourself another option. Like
I've heard
I've
that
heard that
before.
too. And like, not only from him, like I've heard people like famous authors being like, you just don't give up, you just don't take other jobs, you only take writing jobs. And I was like, how is that possible? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think that mindset probably works for some people who get lucky and who have savings they can fall back on, to be quite honest. But I don't think that that's advice that should be given universally, particularly.
Right. Scheduling, like time for your art.
I think when I'm busy, I like have to schedule time for it. Like I literally will put it on my to-do list to like do something creative for me. So it's something I have to be purposeful about, otherwise it doesn't happen.
Right,
especially because I have a dog now. It's like my whole life right now, especially because I work from home part of the time, so it's like work, work, work. Hey there. So how do you make time for art?
Oh yeah, I'm a person. What? I haven't been the last little while. I have to be like in the zone, like thinking about it all week and like brainstorming and just like I have to get myself like in the zone for that book. It can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna write at 2 o'clock on Monday and then not think about it till then and then just get there and start writing.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that I'm working on now, I first drafted when I was living with my parents, and we lived on this big farm, and a lot of times I would go for runs and like go out in the country like with my notebook and I'd like draw the characters.
Oh, that's
and,
cool.
like, sketch them out, and they'd be like horses, and it was just like so inspiring.
That's picturesque.
I need to find my own creative spaces again. I don't know, 5 to 10 years down the line, what would your ideal like work to art balance be? Just if you could have it your way.
That's a great question. I kind of go back and forth on this a lot because there are times when I'm like, maybe someday my art will be my work. But I don't even know what that would look like for me. I do need like something going on in my life that's not my art. I don't think that I would thrive fully.
I had a few months when I was just doing freelance stuff from home and realized it didn't. I thought that would be the dream, but it didn't actually. I felt really isolated. I think right now my kind of dream is to work in a publishing house someday. Working with other people, which is like I really thrive with, and working around other people and being able to like raise up the voices of good writers and writers that I think matter.
I love it. I don't know what my dream is, but I love your dream.
You could be working in my publishing house. We could make the videos for the people.
I would love to.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good place to wrap up that video. So definitely tell us in the comments below if you're an artist what your ideal work art situation would be, and also like what it currently is, how you find the time and resources to work on your art. And until I see you again, always remember that we are epic heroes today and every day of our lives, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye. Can you teach me how to do your thing?
Oh yeah, sure. It's just like the hashtag, so it's we are, and then it's epic, and then it's heroes.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's we are epic heroes.
Cool.
Thanks.